Tell me when you're ready for me.
Go for it.
I book better than you, and you know it.
Welcome to Book It, a wrestling podcast where we book and revisit your favorite wrestling storylines. I'm your commissioner, Hi-Fi Mike, and today we're James Damone, D Money Allen.
I was promised the BBW.
What's up, guys?
Lil Fudge. I don't.
Your thing froze.
It's
as you
potato
just said.
froze.
Yeah.
It still froze.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
like that. I don't like that phrasing, Mike. Do not ever say his potato froze ever again without saying pause afterwards.
For the audio listeners, he has a blanket that says L plus ratio plus young boy better.
Yes. Hello.
And the bad guy, Kenny.
Hello there.
You're Book It Boy of the Year.
I am Book It Boy of the Year, and I'm also the most voted Book It Boy of the Year too, with the most votes. You know, breaking history over here. Goat shit.
That is goat shit.
Yeah. Acknowledge me. That's what I say.
No, that's all right. So, anyways,
Acknowledge me.
this week we're going to listen to John's first show. Is it a weekly or a pay-per-view?
It is a weekly show.
Is everyone doing a weekly or is somebody doing a pay-per-view?
I'm doing a pay-per-view this week.
I'm doing a
This
weekly.
round.
Oh Jesus, we're all doing weeklies except for you.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get the debut episode of TCW.
TC Dub.
See, I'm not doing a debut. I'm doing an established company, so that's gonna be where I differ from
Yeah.
Kenny.
I've decided my company's been open for 10 years.
I'm
Mine's
doing about
over for 20.
So we got the fucking exponent here. Like,
He
We
just said, I'll
break
do it
into.
real quick. I did mine for 10 years. I did mine for 20.
Whatever you say, I'm gonna double it.
10 months, 10 years, 1 day.
You bastard.
Play it like Price is Right.
that is Mike and Travis in a nutshell, really.
Price is right.
No, just like the doubling each other up.
Oh yeah.
I like
Travis,
Price is
I
Right.
got one pizza, Mike.
do.
I got 3 pizzas.
He's like, I am pizza.
I am weed.
I am
Uh,
weed.
Fucking hate that
So,
quote.
anyways, so this week we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna listen to Lil Fudge. If you have not, if this is your first episode, I encourage you. You can still listen, but I encourage you to go back at least one episode and listen to Bad Guys, so that way you'll know what the Book It Verse is like.
Yep.
And then you can
Monday Night
follow along
Madness.
from the beginning. You can start from wherever you want. I'm just recommending it.
Check it out from the draft, even.
So we're gonna go ahead and
Go back to when I won Book It Boy of the Year. Go back to that.
no.
Hey, Damone, just
Go back
fucking
to when
eat
me
for
and
the.
Keith won tag team buckets.
You didn't. Damone and I won that. I don't know
did
what you're
not.
talking
Talk
about.
that shit. Talk that
We
shit,
definitely
Mike.
did.
I know it's
Definitely
Kenny
did.
lost.
Talk that shit, Mike.
Oh, by the way, John, I love that
Yes.
you're wearing a Big Brawler brand shirt.
Big
I'll
brawler.
explain. I'll explain why in just a second. I'll explain why in just a second.
Oh, no.
So, you mind if I begin? Are y'all ready for me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Anyways, my company is the acronym BBW, legendary. We are for Big Baller Wrestling. I am wearing my old Big Baller brand shirt in honor of that. So quick description of the company before we begin. Mark Cuban is the owner. His latest investment is in the world of pro wrestling. The problem he saw in wrestling is that each company would cater to one type of fan and completely neglect the others. This is what made so many people fall out of love with it. In Big Baller Wrestling, you'll have athletic wrestling to watch in awe of, sporadic craziness that the internet can't keep up with, hardcore spots that fans go crazy for, and the sports-based realism that ties the loose ends. These don't have to be mutually exclusive, nor should they be. Our unique company rules are is if you lose a title match, champion or challenger, you go back to the line or pursue another belt unless the champion states otherwise. There is no champion's advantage. Count out and DQ will lose you the belt. Every title match is earned unless the champion agrees otherwise. And opportunities will be everywhere in the forms of tournaments, battle royals, Taboo Tuesday, fuck Cyber Sunday, and countless other
Wow.
and countless other stipulations that allow you to set yourself apart. He also believes in a hands-off authority figure. Doesn't want to be on TV affecting the outcomes. If the talent wants a match and they have time, it's approved. And in charge of safety, approving matches is the polarizing yet entertaining LeVar Ball. So don't worry, his powers are limited, so he can entertain you without overstepping his boundaries. We got 5 championships: the World Championship currently held by MJF, the Women's Championship currently held by Lita, the Trios Championship held by the Underclass Gang, which consists of Taz, Eddie Kingston, and Chuck Palumbo, the Western Hemisphere Championship held by Orange Cassidy, and the Workhorse Championship that is defended every show and where every challenge is accepted up to 2 matches a night, which is currently held by Paul London. We have a weekly show called Malice on Monday, airs on FS1, and a Hulu exclusive show called Proving Grounds is filmed on Wednesdays and put on Hulu Fridays. My first show will be a loaded commercial-free New Year's special where our commentary team of Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp are joined on commentary by wrestling legend Jerry Lawler. So, we begin with
Can I interject for just 1 second?
Yes.
I just want to point out that I think the having the go into the back of the line rule and every match is earned rule, unless the champion says otherwise, is a very lazy way of you already booking a plot hole in your thing, just in case you forget or just in case you don't want to go that route. Like you're already throwing that to the wayside.
It basically provides the champion with some form of advantage in that he has some say in matchmaking, but he can't just DQ his way out of matches or get counted out. So there is some advantage to being champion, but in the sense that you have some say in matchmaking.
So wait. So the challenger can win by DQ or count out?
Yeah,
yes.
He said that.
So okay.
No champion's advantage.
But you're trying to give them an advantage. Like in other sports,
it's a different advantage.
Pick the fight. Like that's not how that works.
Different advantage.
I get what he's saying though. He's saying like, so if the champion really wants to have a match with someone, he can go, that's the guy I'm having a match with. I want to have a rematch. So if it's like a baby face, they can choose to do that. But if it's heel obviously is going to be like, no, I beat you already. Go away.
That's not obvious.
Yeah, I pinned him. I pinned Damone. Damone pisses me off. I say run it back, Damone. Fuck you, even though I'm champion. We have our 1-minute opening video with Modern Disco by Marionette playing. That's a good song. Indie artist, check it out. And we are going to open with John Cena speaking after his controversial loss last night at New Year's resolution. This is set in January 2nd, 2023. So John Cena makes an entrance the night before at New Year's Revolution. He unsuccessfully challenged MJF for his world championship after interference from the Mean Street Posse. After a hard-fought clash, Cena had MJF up in AA to win his 17th world title. Rodney distracted the ref while Pete Gas pulled MJF down, leading to a brass knuckle strike from Joey Abs. MJF took advantage, set Cena up for a heat seeker, and pinned him. Skip says that MJF, the true underdog, used the power of friendship. And found a way to win. Shannon Sharp tells him to stop the bull jive. Goat Cena should be celebrating his 17th championship and that he was robbed. Jerry Lawler says he's shocked Cena wasn't ready for this as he's seen it all of his career. So John Cena makes an entrance to a big pop. He grabs a mic and says, "It's not often a guy from Boston gets cheered in LA. I appreciate it. I think I'm not alone in saying that I'm disappointed in how last night turned out. It seemed that the final piece to my legacy was in my reach, but it was all pulled away. Not just by MJF, but by the Banana Republic workers he calls friends. I endured every beatdown. I've gone to the bottom, worked my way back up, got injured, questioned if I should keep going, went through hell for months, then eliminated 10 wrestlers out of 20 just to lose my last shot when time is of the essence. The good news is that I know we're not the only ones disappointed in last night. MJF, you got what you wanted, but I know you bruised your ego. You too are disappointed in yourself. I know I should be headed to the back of the line and I don't want to go all Super Cena and ask for special privileges, but Los Angeles, would you like to see John Cena and MJF run it back one more time? Big pop there, and MJF's music hits. And he walks out saying, Johnny, 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 this is embarrassing. This is sad. The great John Cena begging old MJF to give him one more match. I'm not disappointed at all, actually, John, because last night MJF became the greatest wrestler of all time. 8 months of brilliance with this title and a capstone of pinning John Cena. John, you're wasting everyone's time, and it's pathetic. You say time is of the essence. If you want to save a few minutes on this commercial-free show and look just as weak as you do right now, why don't you just retire already? And then he turns to the curtain and starts to walk away. John Cena says, I will. If you give me this match and I blow it right here tonight, I will hang up these jorts and I will never wrestle again. MJF turns around shocked. He says, what's the catch? You're going to come back in 6 months? You're going to beat up LeVar for your job back? Can't wait for your surprise return in a year. Cena says, you give me one more chance tonight. Leave your friends in the back. If I lose, hell will freeze over and John Cena will be gone for good. MJF responds, as much as I hate giving a very undeserved title shot to an entitled egomaniac such as yourself, you make an amazing bargain. I suppose I could work on Monday if it means I get to send you off to make crappy movies and eventually sell supplements. Because after tonight, MJF lives in infamy and John Cena fades into obscurity. And then he walks away. And that segment was 8 minutes.
All right. I think I got a number and
I do too.
okay, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, because maybe I'm too harsh.
That's a 5. I fucking loved it.
Okay.
I seen
And
it in
not
my
me.
head. I'm all for it. I'm hyped.
Okay, so couple
I
of
ride
notes.
for Mike.
I think that the promos, for somebody that has been so overbearingly egotistical when it comes to writing his promos, these were, let me put it in a way that maybe
MJF.
your talent's point of view, were a little bit of mid. And but they did their job. I think you're not John Cena or MJF, so I can't like fault you too bad, but you need to stop talking shit because you're not that great.
I could hear it though. I took the words he said, and then I was thinking about it as they would say it, and it sounded like it worked.
Hey, Mike's a real Cena fan. Listen to him.
That's what I did.
Mike, are you?
It worked well.
You co-working on this? Are you an investor?
No, I liked it. I legitimately liked it. I also like the idea of Cena and MJF. Like I am here for it.
Here, let me tell you.
I am tuning in. I am paying attention.
Oh
Hold
shit!
on. You get like the idea of the match and the idea of the promos. I love MJF and John Cena would tear it up in a promo battle. I don't think that you wrote the best promos for this. I think you shot under par for this.
I'll take it.
Also, I'm going to say that this is unoriginal. This is MJF versus Chris Jericho.
That had no title involved, and there's a way different build, as I stated in John Cena's promo.
John Cena loses a bunch of times to MJF, and then challenges.
I think you are being harsh.
No, John Cena didn't lose.
Shut up, Mike. Let me fucking.
No, I think you're being harsh.
Travis, can I clarify something?
Let me finish my thought process. John.
Okay, finish it.
You can defend after I'm done.
All right.
So John Cena loses a bunch of matches to MJF. He comes out there and begs for another match. MJF says, fuck you, buddy. And John Cena goes, but wait, I'll retire if I lose. Now, wait, Chris Jericho loses a bunch of matches to MJF, comes out, cuts a promo. MJF said, or challenges MJF to one last match. MJF comes out and says, fuck you, buddy. Chris Jericho says, wait, I'll retire if I lose. It's the same thing.
You got something crucially wrong. John Cena lost to MJF once.
So where was he lost to him, went to the back of the line?
So he lost to MJF this time around, but he also has lost other times. He's lost other title opportunities. When I give the full build, I'll explain that more, but not all these losses I'm referencing are to MJF.
I still think that it sounds very.
He's only faced MJF 2 times in the build.
I think you're being unfair with the retirement thing because that's 95% of retirement
that is the
angles. That's a normal retirement angle. The guy loses. He puts his career on the line because otherwise there's no reason to have a retirement.
Right,
match.
it's a loser.
No one's right. Yeah, it's usually to get something. It's a good story mechanism. No one's putting their career on the line for no reason.
Yeah,
Tomorrow I'm gonna have a retirement match.
Travis, you had a point, but you were missing a key detail: the fact that all his losses weren't to MJF. He just had a lot of setbacks that I will explain in the build to the match.
Yeah, Travis is being a hater.
I think Travis is. Yeah,
I gave you a 3.25. That's
good.
I'm
not mad at Travis. I just had to explain it to him.
I'm gonna give you a 4.75. Just a little bit of a ding. I do agree. Your promos weren't the best. The only reason I'm digging you for it because you have been talking a lot of shit about how great your promos are.
I'll take it.
So that'll be the one time I give you a hit for it.
I'll eat it.
It isn't a promo contest, so
it is.
But
it is still a promo contest, motherfucker.
Yes.
It's not a promo contest.
What are you talking about? Yes, it is.
Promos are a part of it, but they're not like.
This was a promo. We're fucking grading.
All right. I understand we're grading the promo. It's part of it, but it's not. I'm not gonna ding them a ton for every promo not being 100% great. We're not fucking. This isn't an E-Fed, Travis. So
Kenny, what you got for me?
I'm gonna give you a 4.75.
We're literally grading the promos that he gives us. That's it. There's no match. There's no other build. We're literally grading one single promo right now.
I didn't think it was that bad of the promos. Again, I saw it perfectly well. The inflections and everything.
All right, shut the hell up for 2 seconds.
If you tell me it's mid, it can't be a 4.75.
No, we're not just grading the promo. We're also grading the build, right? The build that's worked into the promos, and I like the build that's worked into the promo.
I don't agree with that. That's part of the matchup.
The matchup is a good
matchup. The matchup hasn't happened yet.
Exactly. Okay.
But this creates the matchup, and he's excited for the matchup.
This is the build.
The build. It's part of the build.
Right. We're getting a little snippet of the build.
All right, Kenny, what you got for me?
Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be the dick in this one. I wasn't a fan. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right.
Especially, like I said, you were talking shit about how good you were at promos, and this was like he said, it was very mid. I did like the last line with the infamy thing. I thought that was cool, but that was the only part I liked of the whole thing. So I'm gonna go 2.75 is what I'm going at.
Ooh, no.
I mean, because this it's not a match. It's just what you gave us from the promo, and I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't a fan of either side. I didn't care who won out of this, if that makes sense. That's why I was going with what I went.
I'll take my coins later for the match. Don't worry. I'm not mad. So this isn't between this, Skip, Shannon, and Jerry Lawler advertised John Cena and MJF title versus career in the main event. They advertised Paul London defending his workhorse championship against his longtime friend Brian Kendrick. And then up next, 2 men on win streaks of 7 matches. Eddie Guerrero and Owen Hart are going to face off for a shot at the World Championship. And then they take us back to the ring.
Eddie Guerrero and who?
Owen Hart.
Owen Hart, okay.
So as they make their entrances, Shannon asks Skip and Jerry who they got in the match. Skip says he's got Owen as he's been finishing his opponents faster than Eddie has on this streak. Shannon says that's a good point. But do you just hear this crowd when Eddie comes out? I can't deny that type of electricity. And then Lawler says, if the fans can't wrestle for him, Eddie has to focus on the match. So they shake hands in the middle of the ring after the entrances. Right after they let go, Eddie blindsides him with a headlock. Owen gets behind and twists the arm before shoving him off. They tie up and do multiple chain exchanges that Owen gets the better of. Owen hits a standing drop kick. He goes off the ropes and Eddie drop kicks him back. Eddie goes off the ropes and Owen hits a spinning heel kick. And I'm just doing spots, not bell to bell. Owen drags Eddie to the corner, backs up and goes for a running shoulder tackle, but Eddie dodges and Owen hits the post. Eddie grabs the wrist and does the rope walk head scissors. Eddie then goes for a tope atomico, but Owen gets the knees up. Owen follows that up with a brain buster. Owen hits a reverse crossbody off the top, but Eddie rolls over for a pin attempt. Owen reverses into a pin, and then a pin chain commences. When they get up, Eddie kicks him in the gut and goes for a neck breaker, but Owen reverses into one of his own. Eddie hits a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker for a close 2. Eddie goes for a big enziguri, but Owen reverses into a sharpshooter. Eddie has the claw his way to the rope. Eddie goes up top. Owen goes up top. Eddie reverses for a Frankensteiner off the top rope. However, Owen catches him before he can do that, holds him in place, and then hits a spike pile driver off the top rope. He goes for a pin, but it's a 2.9, and the crowd and is shocked that it didn't finish Eddie, and Owen is pissed. Owen delivers some hard elbows to Eddie as he gets up to try to pull Eddie in for like a lariat, and then Eddie reverses that into a standing suplex, which turns into the Three Amigos. Eddie gets him down, goes for a frog splash, but Owen gets the knees up, and then he rolls him into a small package, and it goes for a 2 until Eddie rolls it back over towards the rope, and it's 1, 2, and then Eddie grabs the middle rope for leverage, and the 3 count is made, and Eddie immediately gets up celebrating his victory as he lies, cheats, and steals his way to a championship match.
Can you give me the finish one more time?
Yes. Eddie goes for frog splash. Owen gets the knees up. Owen rolls it into a small package. It gets for a 2 count. Eddie rolls it back over, and then before the 3, he grabs the rope for leverage. So he cheats to win the match.
Okay.
And
so
this match is 7. Sorry, the advertisement between the match was 2 minutes, and this match was 17 minutes.
Okay.
And that was just spots, not bell to bell.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna give you a 4. So I think the match itself would be fire. The reason it's out of 5 is because I feel like there's no build. So I don't know who's the face and who's the heel in this, because
they're both baby faces.
Because they both could be either. Like, they both work as either one. So I have no idea going into it, and especially because you're using an established company. So there should be stories and stuff going into it. I wish you would explain that stuff, not just he has 7 wins in a row, he has 7 wins in a row, and they're having a match. So that's why I got to take the dollar off. But I think the match itself would be fire.
Okay.
You go, Travis.
I have a logistical question.
Yes.
How does one with a small package, where would he be able to grab the ropes to get leverage? I don't understand.
So you like roll back over to where you have like some like leverage on top, and then you can kind of reach over and grab the rope.
Wait. So
it was one small package, and he was like modified because he like rolled it over to the other side.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I'm kind of questioning that too, because you have to have one arm on his leg, right?
And one arm on your hand. It's a cradle.
Yeah.
You latch.
But he rolled it back over to where he was on top.
I mean, I'm not going to take away points because of that. I'm just trying to understand myself too.
No, but listen, hold on. So Eddie doesn't have a small cradle or a small package. I'm sorry.
That might be technically correct. He just rolls. It's basically one roll up into another, and he rolls to where he's on top and grabs the rope. It might be more of like a modified schoolboy at that point. I didn't know what to call it.
So a small package is like basically a suplex, but then you hook the leg underneath.
Yeah, I know what I mean. But Eddie, when he rolled it over, it kind of like messed with the how. I don't know how to describe it because it wasn't quite a schoolboy. It wasn't quite a small package.
Like the configuration.
Yeah. It's not quite a true small package, but it's not quite like a schoolboy either. Kind of somewhere in between.
All right. I like the match. I agree with Damone. It's a little confusing. I think the advertisement was a little weird, and you could have done better with that. I think that you could have used that time to tell us who the babyface was and who the heel was.
They were both babyfaces because they shook hands in the beginning, and they're friends.
But then immediately Eddie Guerrero, as you said your words, blindsided him with a headlock.
Yeah, but Eddie's just a cheater. So
So we're supposed to cheer for the cheating, and it's like I'm
The
just asking.
cheater
Well,
should
to
actually
be fair, Ed, that
Eddie.
was Eddie.
But I need
I
to know that.
know
I need to
that,
know
but-
that's a thing, though.
I think
need to
Eddie
know
would
that's-
be the heel, right?
But he's not the heel. He said they're all baby faces.
they're both
I thought
baby
so too.
faces.
But here's the thing: during the build, he was building. It seemed, if I had to guess, with just the advertisement, I would have guessed Owen Hart was the heel. But with the way Eddie was wrestling, it felt like he was the heel.
Eddie does wrestle like a heel, but he's a baby face though.
Not always. That's not his only. Like that's not. All right. I'm gonna give you a 3.75. I thought it was good. I think there could have been better points. Like I said, I think you could, instead of leaning so heavily to make this. I know you're doing the sports-based thing, which is fine, but I think you leaned a little too far into it and missed the story aspect of this situation, where that was really necessary here. And you were trying to just make it like an analyst.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
So
I'm gonna go with a 4. I did think I was gonna be higher, but I do think it's weird that Eddie is also a face. I feel like he should have been the heel and built around that, just if he's gonna do those heel tactics to win. So I'm at a 4.
I'll take it.
So you're a quarter of the way through your show, right?
I have like 11 segments, so I'm like close to that.
Okay. I agree with what they're saying, and I'm nitpicking on the fact that I feel like if you go for a frog splash and they put their knees up, how does that turn into a small package?
Because like you're like kind of in pain, like near them, like basically like so you go up, you frog splash, you can hit the knees, and you're like, oh shit, you're like rolling up forward, and then Owen can just grab the leg and hook it, and then Eddie can roll it back over.
Okay, it was just a tad confusing. It was that, and then it was something you said. It's something you said I didn't like in the beginning. I forgot what it was now. Travis knows because me and him made the same face at the same exact time. You said something in your build.
Oh yeah, you did something. It was during the build. I don't remember.
I
can build this match.
Yeah, I didn't like it. that's why I took a quarter off for that. But I can't remember exactly what it was. I'm going to have to re-listen for that. But so I'm going with a 3.5. I think the match was fire. It was just the ending was confusing. I also was confused on the alignment of who was good, who was evil in this.
What'd you give it?
So 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the match was fire. I just didn't like I said, I didn't like the ending, and I was just confused by the alignment. And like I said, something you said in the build, I didn't like. I took a quarter for that. Yeah, I didn't like that shit. I can't remember what it is. I'll remember it a little bit.
All right. And after the match, Eddie is laughing in the ring with Owen and offers Owen a handshake, but Owen walks away from the handshake while Eddie shrugs and celebrates. So I'm going to go into the next segment. As Eddie walks to the back, Raised by Wolves by Falling in Reverse hits, which fans know as the music of the faction known as the Femme Fatalities. This faction is led by the women's champion Lita. It contains Rhea Ripley, Shotzi Blackheart, and Paige, who is managed by Ronnie Radke, who wrote the song. So Skip and Shannon are talking about how she retained in her first defense as champion last night against Lacey Evans. Shannon says that he doesn't know who's going to be able to stop Lita, as she has 4 people in her corner at all times, and they take everything to the extreme. Jerry says that he wasn't really watching the match last night between Lita and Lacey. He had enough to focus on. Shannon says that normally Skip says the dumb stuff on here, and he's enjoying the break right now. Lita makes her way to the ring and grabs a mic, and as the music cuts off, Jerry Lawler says, "I'd love a 4-on-1 against them." And Shannon says that was out of pocket. And
He sounded like Mick Foley.
Some shit Jerry Lawler would say. And Shannon says that was out of pocket. And Skip says Twitter's going to hate that. And then Lita looks over at the commentary table and says, "You know, I was going to talk about my next opponent, but you've piqued my interest." She slowly walks over to the table. And she says, "I heard what you said. Why don't you repeat it for the audience?" And she puts the mic in his face. And he says, I love a 4-on-1 with all of you, if you know what I mean. And Alita says,
"No, go back, run that line back with the Jerry Lawler voice."
The Jerry Lawler voice?
Yeah. What did you
hell.
just do? You changed the voice. You did.
I don't have a consistent Jerry Lawler voice though.
I don't agree with you. You've been doing it all night.
Yeah, you
Have
know
I?
exactly what it is. You changed the
All right,
voice.
hold
You
up.
changed the
Hold
voice. We
up.
made fun of you, and you changed the voice.
Yeah.
It was subconscious because
Yeah.
because I was trying to do like he was like stuttering and like kind of scared because now they're all up in his
Okay.
face. He's like, I'd love a 4-on-1 with all of you if you know what I mean. And then Lita says, I'm down for that, but under one condition. Do you agree, Jerry? And he says, woohoo! Yes, say no more. And Lita laughs and says,
What in the Mickey Mouse is going on?
Yeah, I want to say it's just sexual harassment in the workplace. That's all this is.
hold up, wait. And then she says, extreme rules, and then whacks him in the mic as the bell rings. And the rest of the femme fatalities
Hold on,
join
hold on.
Lita.
I have a question. Is whacking
Yes.
him in the mic, is that an innuendo?
No, that means she's just beating the shit out
She
of him.
beat him with the mic.
Okay,
Just
but
say-
you said whacked him in the mic.
I
Would
think
you say
he just-
ruthless aggression
I think he
before
just
she-
misspoke.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was an innuendo. I didn't know. I thought we were about to get a live sex celebration.
No. You're
Featuring
getting
Lita
you're getting
again.
you're getting a fucking ass beating. Is what
No,
you're
I
getting.
got
Yeah, but this got Jerry Lawler.
I don't have Jerry Lawler. You have him. I just made a deal with you. The rest of the femme fatalities join Lita outside of the ring as she busts Lawler open with her fists. She picks him up and pushes him towards Shotzi, who cracks him in the head with the chair. Jerry falls to a knee, and then Rhea boots him in the face. Shotzi and Paige pick Lawler up by the legs and swing him into the barricade. Lita removes the top step while the other three put his head on the bottom step. Lita grabs the chair and concertos his head into the step. Shannon is yelling, "This has gone too far. He deserved it at first, but call a medic, damn." While she does this, Shotzi grabs a kendo stick and whacks him in the back repeatedly. They toss him into the ring. Rhea and Paige pull his legs apart, and Shotzi hits him between the legs with a kendo stick. Paige points to Radke, who's still outside the ring, and Radke pulls a mic stand from underneath the ring and hands it to Paige. And then she hits Lawler between the legs with it, and the audience oohs in pain. And then Lita follows it up with a moonsault and pins him. And then she holds the title up as medics scramble to help Lawler. This segment lasts for a total of 8 minutes. So basically, Lawler says some perverted shit when she's coming out for a promo, and they beat the fuck out of him. And like they have him in like a bloody pulp. Just beat.
So did she get her promo out?
No, she was like, I was gonna talk about my opponent, but and then
Oh, I hate that.
I'm not going first. I'll tell you.
I'll
that.
be honest. This is probably the weakest thing so far. I'm at like a 2.5.
This is your weakest thing so far. And I'm at a 1.5.
Jesus Christ.
Kenny, go ahead.
Yeah, I hate it.
Behavior, and then I
hate
give it to you.
I feel bad. This shit
The most
was bad.
degenerate shit, and I give him degenerate shit. He's like, I don't like it.
I don't like this degenerate shit. I feel like it's out of place. Like I feel like if you're gonna do a beatdown, at least like I don't want to watch Jerry Lawler get beat down.
I feel like everybody would want to watch Jerry Lawler get beat down.
This just screams like 04 Raw, like what it was like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like this either, John. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I gave it a 1.75. Yeah, I didn't mess with this.
So here's the thing, John. I knew you were going to do this. Obviously, we talked about you using Jerry Lawler for this purpose, and I knew that this was coming. And I thought it was going to be better than this, and it wasn't. I'm going to give you 99 cents.
Ooh.
That 1 cent hits different. That 1 penny. Give me my fucking penny. I don't care that it's a 1. I just want my damn penny.
The fact that that segment was the price of a bowl and the dollar store.
Gave the price of an Arizona.
God, I am suffering.
He couldn't even buy in Arizona because there's sugar tax, so he would get his
I was
$1.7.
Hey, we ain't got that in Oklahoma.
$1.6.
I was
Sugar
gonna pull a gimmick
tax.
infringement and get a slice of pizza on that one. I didn't like that.
Yeah. I definitely would have got a pizza and drove to the store to get it during that segment. How long was that segment?
8 minutes. 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
Okay.
All right. So this next segment goes to Stephen A. Smith backstage with Booker T.
Ew, you got the whole fucking Sports Center. Yeah.
And
Oh wait, you got Booker T?
I do have Booker T.
I
Yes.
thought Kenny had Booker T, and I thought he was gonna be it was gonna be Black Snow on fucking
Oh no.
on Thursday night, whatever.
Black
I wish I had Booker T. I wish I did.
So George is mad behind me. Let me push him out
Yeah,
of the
he ain't
way.
like that shit either. He's like, he
Yeah,
said,
he's,
.5. He was like, point.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I almost gave you a 0.5, but I let them talk me up 49 extra cents.
well, thanks guys. I
41.
appreciate it. Hey,
Up.
I've not gotten a yet, so I'm thankful for that. So I know Kenny got a few 50-cent pieces last time. I'm trying to avoid that. Stephen A. Smith's backstage with Booker T. He says, last night, Orange Cassidy defeated Billy Gunn to become the new Western Hemisphere champion. Everyone-
Hey, what?
It's my mid-card titles Western Hemisphere championship.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing, but I was not ready for that shit at all.
I told y'all earlier.
I ain't heard hemisphere since 7th grade science.
What is it? What is it? What's the hemisphere like? So what's the vertical version of the equator?
The Prime Meridian.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's the toughest son of a bitch on this side of the Prime Meridian.
On this side of Mississippi. That's crazy. I was not ready for fucking. I was not ready for the I was not ready to hear hemisphere.
That's the thing that got the biggest pop for some weird reason. Anyways,
your teacher came out of you just now. I wasn't ready for that shit. I was ready.
He's a pop quiz, motherfucker.
Yeah, chloroplast. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna fail this.
Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Like, fuck, I'm gonna fail this.
hey, my kids did pretty well in their quiz today. All
Go
right,
ahead, John.
so Stephen A. says,
Mountain Time Zone Championship.
hold up, I'll wait. It's like class.
Yeah, but you're not the teacher here. Get going.
Wait for these motherfuckers to stop cackling.
Boy, we're on some schedules here.
I know.
No, Mike, you can't throw out words like this and get away.
That was me and Google Meets, Mike, when we were virtual mute motherfuckers.
It was me.
You can't throw out words like hemisphere and get away with it.
Anyways, Stephen A. says, last night, Orange Cassidy defeated Billy Gunn to become the new Western Hemisphere champion. Everyone seemed excited for the guy until I saw your tweet that called it shameful. Explain to the BBW fans what's shameful about it. Booker says, listen, Steve, it's Steven. It's nothing personal. I don't dislike the kid. He's got talent, but he's making a joke out of this business. Wrestling with his hands in his pockets, tapping his opponent in the ring. What the hell is that? There's no reason for a tool like that to become champion. How is wrestling falling off to the point where this is acceptable? Yes, Steve, it's Steven. It makes me furious, and I'm going to do something about it. I want next. Billy Gunn should be the one giving up his career, not John Cena. I hate it here.
Who is this?
Booker T.
It's Booker T.
I'm gonna be honest with you, John. Hold on.
Wait, can he do that?
Bro, wait. Has anybody here seen It's Always Sunny?
Yeah.
Bro, he sounds like Mac when he's impersonating fucking I can't think of his name, Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon, bro. It just, oh my gosh, bro.
That's the closest I'm ever gonna get to Booker T.
These impressions seem mildly racist. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro,
Both of them.
John got me fucking weak right now, bro.
All right, so Orange Cassidy walks by and just calmly says, "Hey, Book. Hey, Steve." And then Steve goes, "It's Steven!" And then they both just unintelligibly fucking yell until the camera cuts away. And that is 4 minutes.
Oh my god.
I'm entertained. I'm gonna give you a
I'm
5 for that.
I'm gonna counteract him because I'm more entertained by what the fuck I'm doing over here, roasting your Mississippi River Championship. Everything you got going on. I'm giving you a hot ass 50 cents.
What the fuck?
I did not like this at all.
This is the worst. You usually rate low, but goddamn.
Okay,
This
wait.
isn't bad. This Kenny got it way worse than this.
What do you mean? You just gave him $50. That was it.
I gave Kenny $50 3 times.
You haven't got over $1. Have you gone over $1?
Yes.
Yeah.
The first thing I gave was a 3.25. And y'all act like I was
What
fucking.
have
Yeah,
you given him since then?
Give me a 4.
3.75,
Yeah, and then a 0.99, and then now
0.99, and a 0.5.
Yeah, you're trending in the wrong
balanced.
direction.
I'm
but-
balanced. Well, he's trending in the wrong direction. Not my
No,
fault. It just sucks.
I disagree. That's a 5 segment.
I'm at a 4.
Let's go. See, this is just like Kenny's commercials where like 2 people gave 5s and 2 people gave 0.5.
Yeah, that's where my 0.5s came from, fucking commercials, and then Nice Pop because I threw shade at the
Yeah, I gave you 5. I love that shit. Just remember that.
Just remember that. You know what? I'm gonna add a cent. What you just said. All right, so I'm gonna go.
That's my penny back from Travis 99.
If you don't give this local municipality
I'm giving
championship
you
a fucking 0.5.
2.76.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not trying to be a dick here, but
I think it would be a really funny segment.
All right.
And you also, I took away a penny at first for the Western Hemisphere. I didn't like that. The fact you had me going back to 7th grade, I didn't like it.
My fault you didn't fucking remember it.
But then I gave you 2 cents.
All right. So the camera cuts to the locker room where Danhausen is pacing back and forth saying, 6 days and 23.7 hours have passed. I still do not have a partner to slay the caster and the bowman. I am an adventurer without a party. I cannot do this raid alone. 2 is more than 1, and if I count Leo Rush, it's 2.5, which is still more than 1. Maxwell said no. Pepsi Man doesn't work here. Orange is busy. I have one less friend housing to call. He sits down and picks up a 50s looking cord phone, dials and waits, says, hello? It's Danhausen. Do you happen to be in Los Angeles? Are you free in about 2 minutes? Okay, meet me in the ring. Toodaloo. And hangs up. And that's a 2-minute segment.
5.
That is a 5.
That's
Five.
A 5.
Five.
Go!
That's Danhausen.
This is the first 5 of the season for me.
I got a Travis 5. I'm in.
Yeah, that sounds just like.
And Kenny's gonna give me a fucking quarter to ruin it all.
I can't destroy you because this is his character, but I gave it
That
a
was
3.
good. Fuck you,
I
man.
gave it a 3.
I'll take
Danhausen
it.
is not funny. Like, that shit is
That
not
was
All right.
funny.
He's hilarious.
It feels like people talk about The Office around me. I'm like, this shit isn't funny. Like, why?
The Office is funny, and you're wrong.
The Office isn't funny.
The Office
Danhausen
is funny.
It just feels
Yeah,
like The
Danhausen's way
Office,
better than The
Friends.
Office.
Yeah, it's just like
So I'm gonna go to our next match, and this is the Acclaimed with Leo Rush versus Danhausen and his mystery partner. So a little bit of build before their match last week. Danhausen walked by the Acclaimed rehearsing their next rap, in which they said the word shit, and Danhausen screamed "No sweating" and challenged Leo Rush to a match. Danhausen was on the path to victory before distractions from the Acclaimed led to a rush hour and a victory for Leo. And that was basically the build from last week. So he got overwhelmed by the numbers game, and now he is searching for some help to deal with the problem. So next up is the Acclaim's entrance, which always starts with the beat with the Leo Rush made it. And then like Mike Will made it, but Leo Rush made it. And then now I gotta do the Max Caster rap, so it's really about to get roasted here.
yeah, that's what I'm waiting on.
Yo, listen. God damn it, I can't keep a straight face. Danhausen, you sell a lot of shirts, but you don't make money because it's only idiots who think that you're funny. You cover up. Hold on 1 second. You cover
John,
up
you
with.
can tell you're white.
I know. I'm not meant for this. You cover up with fake because your face looks awful. Scrub it all off. Look like blue waffle. And they gives the Bowens like, LA, the Acclaimed has arrived. You know that bullshit.
all that good work you did, all All that down the drain, just like that.
Hey, listen, I told y'all that I wasn't gonna be good at writing Max Caster raps.
He's not good at writing them either, so I'm
Could you at least make the first bar rhyme?
It did. It did. Money and funny.
His bars are just like 12 to 14 words long.
It was
That's how raps are written.
It was a run-on sentence. I couldn't tell. That was the whole.
To be fair, that was like the weirdest thing to deliver ever in BookItVerse history. You have no clue how awful that felt. I like the characters, and I just wish that I could hire somebody else to do these parts for me.
Outsource your booking.
I'm no, just like the delivery of what I wrote, because I'm on some like peak like saltine cracker shit. I can't do this. Anyways, Danhausen makes a partial entrance, stares at his non-existent watch, and then the music of the boogeyman hits. He comes out and he opens his bag of worms, and Danhausen pours the jar of teat into it, and Shannon Sharp screams, "Ugh!" on commentary. So they get to their spots, and Danhausen and Caster start the match. Danhausen gets the better of him as Caster attempts Big's clotheslines but gets tripped. Danhausen whips Caster in the corner and does the knee and bulldog in honor of his friend Pepsi Man. Follows it up with a standing moonsault and pin attempt. Danhausen controls the match until Leo starts heckling Boogeyman on the apron. Boogeyman chases him around the rings, but Bones is waiting with a big shoulder block. Danhausen climbs the rope to dive at them, but Caster gets up and knocks him down. Hangs Danhausen in the Tree of Woe. Caster and Bowens tag back and forth, beating on Danhausen in the corner. Boogeyman makes it to the corner and extends his hand for the hot tag. Danhausen hits an enziguri and almost makes it. Bowens distracts the ref as Leo pulls Boogeyman up from the apron and throws him into the stairs. Caster tags Bowen and they hit their drop kick into spinning Samoan drop combo. Bowens tags Caster back in to hit his mic drop diving elbow for the 1, 2, 3. And the Acclaimed celebrate their way up the ramp as Danhausen is counting on his fingers with the Boogeyman in the ring, doing the math of their defeat.
All right. This is Steiner math for you, so just keep up.
Okay.
All right. So I came in riding off the 5, all right? Like I was riding high.
Okay.
And then you sank that ship real fucking fast with the rap.
Okay, but y'all can't cook me too hard.
Hold on. Let me get through the whole thing, and then you can argue with me.
Okay. Got it.
So I went from that 5, coming in at that 5, and I was like, damn, this is 0.5 shit right here. But then I thought about it. I was like, well, Max Caster can't fucking rap either, so I'll up his grade a little bit. So I'm at like a 2.5 now. And then the match happened, and it was a pretty mid match. Like it's not a great match. I think we all know that this is a squash match essentially. And I was like, okay, but it's not gonna hurt him. I'm gonna put him in a 3. I was sitting here at the 3, and I was like, well, this is probably gonna be a 3 because the match is over everything. But then you did the counting thing, and I like that, so I'm gonna give you a 3.5.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It's by the way, the whole match is 9 minutes.
Okay. I do love the idea that the Boogeyman has a phone that Danhausen just called.
I didn't even think about that.
I agree with pretty much everything Travis said. I'm gonna echo him and give you a 3.5.
Oh no,
Fair.
I'm not being today.
What do you think, Mike?
I'm muted. I'm 4 1/4.
4 1/4. Let's go. I ride for Mike. Kenny, what you got for me?
I'm gonna seem like the dick here. I didn't like any of it. I'm sorry.
Remember, this is just the match.
I know. I didn't. But
There's the rap.
Oh man.
I wasn't gonna ding you I wasn't gonna ding you too hard for the rap. I only took off a 1/4 for the rap.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
But yeah, I didn't like it though. I'm
fair.
gonna go with it. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna go 2.75. I didn't like any of it. I don't like Boogeyman and fucking Danhausen as a tag team. I don't like, it's just me. I don't like that. I just don't like. I didn't really like the build for this match. I gave you a 3 to be nice earlier. I'm not a fan of this Danhausen guy. I'm not gonna do you dirty for it because of it, I'm not gonna try to pull a mic how you did me on fucking CM Punk. But I'm just like, I just don't like, I just don't like this.
Danhausen's very, very good, very evil,
very nice, very evil. That's the one impression I can kind of do.
Yeah, your Danhausen impression is pretty spot on. I'm not gonna lie.
Like my Danhausen's good for all the impressions that seem the hardest. That's the one I can do. I can't do fucking Jerry Lawler, Teddy Long, Max Caster, fucking Booker T. But I can do fucking
Booker T, Teddy Long, and Stephen A. Smith all sound slightly racist.
Listen, man, that's not my intent. I'm about to make this fucking twit longer. All right. So speaking of Stephen A. Smith, it cuts back to him backstage, and Stephen A. announces his guest at this time, one of BBW's most captivating young wrestlers, Mustafa Ali. How you doing, man? And Mustafa Ali says, I'm doing great, Stephen. And Stephen A. Smith says, I'm going to start off hot with a hard question. Every time you go out there, win, lose, or draw, the fans go crazy for you, despite you not reaching the top just yet. Why do you think that is? And Ali says, it's clear as day that despite the beauty of this sport, there's some changes that need to be made to the culture of wrestling. Too many horror stories, lives ruined or lost. Sorry, I lost my place. Broken families have been caused by the expectations of this industry. I could complain all day, but I choose to lead by example. I choose to be a light in the darkness so that every person, no matter their race, gender, or religion, can have hope for a better future. And Steven says, I get what you're saying. I support that mindset. Now, may I ask this? What is your tangible plan to influence the culture around here? You can't change squat if you don't have any pull, if you don't start winning some matches. And after Steven says this, the Persian Lions, consisting of the Iron Sheik and the Davari brothers, walk up. And Steven says, I am tired of having my damn interviews interrupted. And then walks off. And Sheik says, do you want to? And I don't have a good Sheik impression. And if I do it, it's going to sound racist. So I'm not even going to try.
Yeah, I saw you beginning of like,
no, this sounds racist. I'm not going to do it. You want to change tradition because you are not fit to uphold it. You follow the American way of destroying our values, huh? Pathetic. You're a weak bitch. You won't do a damn thing because you are nobody. And I wrote this in all caps like his tweets. And then Arya Davari says, you've lost the plot because you seek glory for yourself. And then Ali says, I'm rewriting the plot. I dare to be different while you bow down and follow the money. It's you who is too weak to make a difference. And then Arya says, your dumb little crusade stops next week. We are going one-on-one, and I'm going to beat you into obedience. And then they walk away. That segment is 4 minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna give you.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I see the potential in this. I'm gonna go with a. I mean, it's kind of vague, but it's like, well, I see where it's going. So I'm gonna go with a 3.5.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you a 4. I like it. Kenny said it is kind of vague. I worry about the immediately doing a Arabic versus Arabic thing a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna give you a 4.
I'm gonna go with a 3.85.
I'll take it.
8.5. Okay.
I'll go with 3.65.
I'll take it. I'll take that consistent upper mid. All right.
Not consistent with me, bud.
Well, I mean, like in this segment.
Oh.
Fuck you everywhere else. So we're gonna go into a match next. It'll be the workhorse title match between Paul London and Brian Kendrick. So I am gonna do attires for this one because it's kind of symbolic. They actually both decide this isn't their normal attire, but they both decide to wear their old tag team attire of the shorts, the long shorts that they used to wear. London's in red, Kendrick's in blue. So they get to the ring and they dap it up. and then they do a test of strength, which Kendrick turns into an arm twist. London turns it into a snapmare drop kick. Kendrick rolls back from the ground and does a handstand head scissor. They reverse.
Wait. They're fighting each other?
Yeah, they're facing each other.
Oh, okay.
For the belt. For the
workhorse
right.
title. And there's
the Young Stallions belt.
Yeah, they're they're still friendly. They're just having like some competition. So they wear their old shorts as like a throwback. And then
Kenny, they're friendly. They just want to go out and punch each other in the face.
Hey,
That's about right.
You ever punch your boys?
No.
I want to punch Travis every single day.
What's stopping you? What's stopping you? We've been in the same room at the same time. All there was fear and opportunity.
I was afraid that I was going to take the opportunity to hurt.
Bars. Anyways, they reverse moves like this for about a minute until London hits a low sweep kick into a standing shooting star. Pin attempt in 1 count. London whips Kendrick, but Kendrick makes it to the other side faster and clotheslines London outside of the ring. He follows that up with a springboard front flip to the outside. Kendrick backs up, gets a running start, jumps onto the barricade and hits a moonsault. He quickly pushes London into the ring for a pin, only for a 2 count. Kendrick waits behind London for a captain's hook, but London throws a huge back elbow, follows it up with a nice shiny wizard to the head. London goes up top for a 450, but Kendrick gets the knees up. Kendrick goes to lock. Sorry, I got that out of order. Sorry. Kendrick goes to lock in the captain's hook again, but London scurries to the bottom rope. Kendrick gets London back up, and then he hits Dr. Teeth, which is a swinging neck breaker where you basically pull like their face into the knee. So you like kind of like crouch with a neck breaker and do it into their knee. And then he hits a burning hammer after that. After London gets up, Kendrick goes for sliced bread, but London shoves him into the turnbuckle. He drop kicks him. And then as Kendrick bounces back, London hooks the arms, backs up, and hits Waffle Face, which is like a kind of like the way I could describe it is kind of like a gory bomb.
Yeah, he has a good moveset. He just has terrible names for the move.
Yeah. So it's Waffle Face. It's basically like a gory bomb face plant kind of move. I don't know how to describe it otherwise. And then he hits that and pins him 1, 2, 3. So London retains the championship. He helps Kendrick up, and they shake hands in the middle of the ring, give a respectful hug, and then Kendrick walks off as London celebrates. And this match was 12 minutes.
Okay, so I think this match falls with the same issue you had with the earlier match where, like, there's no build to it. It's just like there's this match they're having and they're friendly.
To be fair, this division isn't going to have very much builds. It's literally just like Paul London has to accept a challenge.
I wish you had like built that more into like before, like even if like you did a video package like showing like the history between London and Kendrick, something like that, I think really would have added to it.
That makes sense.
Beware
not to add pay-per-view expectations to weekly show matches. A lot of times matches just be fucking happening. I get that's going to be mid ratings in real life anyway. But,
Wait, because you got on me for that last week. You got on me for that.
I did. So,
you
no,
did.
I did. For a weekly show, sometimes matches just be happening. No, I didn't. I got on you for timing last week.
Wait. You literally told me I expected better from you. I was hoping we'd see this great quality, even though the matches were like I set up where.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying like.
But
you misheard me.
More.
No,
I didn't mishear you. That's what you said.
Because I'm saying that Damone's like expecting like pay-per-view, not like all the way, but don't expect pay-per-view builds on weekly show matches. I understand that that's going to get me a mid rating either way. And I would deserve a mid rating for that because it's a lot of times weekly shows mid. But a lot of times there ain't going to be builds on weekly show matches, even if the match is good.
Yeah, I'm not saying I needed like a 5-minute promo package, but like a 1 or 2 minute, because like if I'm watching this for the first time and I don't know, I'm like, why the fuck are they wearing similar outfits and having this match?
That's fair.
And I think also the fact that you have an established brand too, and it's not like a debut or anything. Like I wish there was a little bit more build. So I'm going to give you, and this isn't particularly my sort of match, and I'm not a huge I'm not going to ding you for it or anything. I'm not a huge Paul London fan, but
really, that's a weird person to dislike.
No,
I don't dislike him. I just don't care about him.
That's fair.
I'm going to give you a 3.75.
I'll take it. That makes sense.
Wow.
I understand the not having a build. I get the not having a match, or just having a match on a weekly show. That happened a lot in the '90s. But this isn't the '90s, so you made it very clear that it's in the future. So I
Fair.
expect better.
I'm sorry, Dad.
He's not mad. He's just disappointed.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I feel like that's said before about somebody's ratings. I'm gonna go with a 3.75.
I don't hate that.
I think y'all are being really nice. This is mid. Like, that's the definition of mid. There was not, like they said, no story. I'm not really mad that there's no story, but you're not going to get a 5 out of not having story.
Hey, nobody
or
said a
having
5.
Build. I'm just telling you, you're going to
That's
get.
fair.
This was a decent match with no build. You're going to get a 3.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at a 3 too, and I love them both because I was a big fan of Team Lundrick when they were out. So I was like, they're going to get Shirley. That kind of sucks, but like I wasn't going to penalize you for that. But I was just like, oh, okay, that kind of sucked. But yeah, I'm also going with a 3 as well because it wasn't really much to it. Like it was just, and then you said it wasn't like. With this one, I feel like this one would have needed spots because these two are great wrestlers and they can really show out. So I feel like this one.
I had some spots here, like some like dives to the outside, moonsaults off barricades. Like
no, I heard it. Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I just
make sure you
He heard it. He just didn't like it.
No, I heard that's why you got the 3 because of those two. But it was just the fact that there was no story behind it, so there was nothing for me to care about. It was just like, okay, it was a good match, but it was just like, all right.
That's fair.
So that's why I gave you a solid 3.
All right. So, next up, General Manager LeVar Ball's music hits. It is the music of "Money Talks" by his son Lonzo Ball. Plays.
Ew.
He's using his son's music.
Yuck. I heard this song. I heard this song before. That shit is trash though.
Ain't no parent like LeVar Ball. He rides for his kids. The way that Mike rides for me.
I'll give it that.
So that song plays. He makes his way to the ring. He gets a microphone. He says, "I'm not gonna do LeVar Ball voice.
That's probably a good call. That's the best call you made all night."
I was gonna say LeVar Ball has like a legit like stereotypical.
He has a voice. Yeah. I'm gonna end up sounding like Justin Trudeau like level racism here. So I'm not gonna do it. He says, "I have a huge announcement regarding the future of this company. We have fantastic talent here, but there is one void needing to be filled. No disrespect to anyone, but our trios division is lacking the star power and teamwork that makes it a spectacle. I ran it by Mr. Cuban, and I bring you today the greatest, most dynamic, most cohesive trio of any sport. I bring you the Ball Brothers." And then Super Saiyan by Lonzo Ball hits, and the Ball Brothers come out. The LA hometown boys get a big pop as they walk out to the ring. And when they get there, LeVar continues, "When together, these 3 boys have had nothing but success." And Skip notes.
Oh, 2 of them have.
Well, when they play together, they win. They play together, they win. But Skip notes.
Was just infamous for other things.
Skip notes, they've never gotten to play together at a pro level. This is the highest level we've seen them compete in any sport together. And then LeVar goes on, "These are the faces of winners, champions, kings. They are taking over the family business." And then LeVar...
You about to have the Ball Brothers wrestle?
They don't have a match tonight.
Emphasis on tonight.
Yeah, I was saying like,
I'm about to have LaMelo doing triple shooting star presses.
Yeah, save that L for a different show.
It'll be on the shows between my shows, so I can't get it rated.
oh man.
Smart move.
LeVar is interrupted by the music of the underclass gang, the current trios champions, and they slowly meander to the ring. They get in the ring, and Taz takes the mic from LeVar. After a moment of silence, he just says, "Good luck." And then Palumbo big boots Jello in the face. Kingston shoves LeVar down. Lonzo and Mello try to take them 2-on-3, but the numbers game gets to him. LeVar Ball jumps on Chuck's back, but Chuck quickly flips him over. They're stomping away on the Ball family until the private practice, consisting of Dr. Stevie, Dr. Britt Baker, and Dr. Wagner, run down the ramp. Stevie has a chair in hand. Britt and Wagner get overwhelmed at the ropes, but Stevie comes in and cracks Taz with a chair shot that only he can deliver. We all know about them Stevie Richards chair shots. He hits Kingston, and then Wagner hits the Wagner driver on him. Chuck corners Britt Baker until Stevie throws the chair at his head, and then the underclass gang scurries out of the ring. Stevie helps the Ball brothers up and picks up the mic and says, Dr. Stevie picks up the mic and says, after our appointment today, the private practice would like to formally diagnose you with a severe case of Malice, which means you're soft as hell. And then look up what Malice is. It's true.
So wait. You gave us a joke. We had to research.
Yes, it's a medical term. They're doctors.
That's hilarious.
Malice, do mean you soft as hell.
I love it. Wait. Does he say that, or you just saying
Dr. Wagner says that.
Okay.
And then Britt takes the mic and says, don't forget to stop by the billing office, and then does her DMD. And the underclass gang are screaming at them from the ramp, calling them bitches and everything else in between. Many bleeps are being used as the camera gets closer to Taz. And that segment lasts for about 10 minutes.
Okay, so when you started, it was at like a 2. But you saved
As you went on.
As you went on, it got better. As you went on, it got better.
Mike, don't do this.
I do like the fact that you use an actual medical term. And I like the bit with Dr. Wagner saying, look it up. So I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'll take that.
Honestly, I'm gonna rate next. I agree with that because I'm not gonna lie. At first the segment was trash. I ain't gonna lie to you. The segment was trash, but that's why I asked you, are you telling us this or are they telling us this? Because if they're doing that and they're doing these smart ass jokes that we have to be like, oh, like make us feel dumb for not knowing. Like, I like that. I do fuck with that part of it. So I'm a little in between two answers. I'm gonna go with a 3.75. I'm going 3.75.
I'll take that.
Yeah, because like I said, I like that gimmick. I like them doing that wild shit. Them just doing being cocky in a different way, in a smart way. That saved it though. When you told me that saved it.
I appreciate it. I clutched it.
I think it was really bad, and it got saved at the end. I'm gonna give you a 3.5.
I clutched it. I saved it.
You did. No, you did. When I asked, luckily I asked. I thought you just told us that to save yourself.
Hey,
but if you
tag teams never die.
Yeah, that saved it.
Thanks for riding for me. Now my dad's gonna spank me real quick.
I'm at a 3.75.
Oh damn! I thought this motherfucker was gonna give it a 1. Like he was joking like it.
That was a joke.
All right. So Shannon Sharp on commentary says, "There's some pandemonium in the ring, and I'm hearing there's some in the locker room too." And then it shows Eddie Guerrero.
How about John? I'm gonna offer you some free advice. Okay.
That's not a racist dude, didn't it?
Anymore.
Oh, okay.
Let's just not do black voices anymore.
I love it, bro. This shit
listen, I'm doing impressions of people here.
I'll give you the pass.
Oh my
god! No, I revoke the pass.
You don't get to revoke the pass.
I've done it before. I'll do it again.
I'm gonna need a notary.
I took K-Ons a couple times on camera.
So Eddie Guerrero and Owen Hart are backstage in each other's faces, screaming at each other and shoving back and forth. Owen is screaming, "You're supposed to be my friend. Why would you cheat in our match? You set back my career by doing that. How could you, man?" And then Eddie says, I'm not doing the voice because I've already had enough close to racism scares here.
I give you the pass for that one. That's all right.
There you go. You're non-Mexican people.
Mike is Hispanic.
Is he?
He was
Mike
raised
was
by
raised in a
Hispanic,
Hispanic family.
so it counts. Close enough.
And
Do
he
it.
says,
Dude,
I always cheat. Everyone knows this, vato. Mike, revoke that pass. I can't do this shit anymore.
I didn't expect you to actually do it.
I'm not doing it anymore, though. I gave you all your treat.
No, I love that.
bro, I'm about to
That's
piss
the
myself,
pre-intro.
bro. I'm about
That's
to
the
piss
pre-intro every week.
Oh, God damn it. It's nothing against you, man. It's just part of the sport. I still love you, hermano. And then Owen says,
I thought you weren't doing it anymore.
I lied.
I love it. Lean in. Lean in.
Oh, they have the Mississippi River Championships, right?
No, they were fought in the number one contender match for the world championship.
Okay.
Oh man.
You gotta
Remember,
give me the title.
Eddie cheated to beat Owen, and that's what Owen's mad about. And Owen's screaming, "I guarantee you wouldn't beat me fairly, but you better win that damn match. Cena, MJF, don't care. You better win." And then Eddie says, "I can't focus on my title with my friends in my face because I outsmarted them. Shake my damn hand." And then Owen goes down to a whisper and says, "If you don't win that match with my title shot, I will never forgive you. And when you win that title, we're having a rematch." And then it cuts away. That segment was 2 minutes.
I hate this.
Okay.
You're gonna get your second set. Go ahead. Everybody else is ready for so I can look like the
So
asshole
I was
again.
hoping you were gonna be like, if you don't win that match, I'm going to hurt you or something. I don't know, something along those lines. But I will never forgive.
This is
You ruined it
teen,
for me.
Teen rom-com coming of age
This is
movie.
teen drama
lines.
for
Then you
sure.
should like it.
This is Degrassi.
But I don't fucking I do like that genre. I like Degrassi as well, Kenny. But I don't want this from the guy that says he writes great dialogue.
This is Seventh Heaven.
Hey, I like Seven Heaven.
is
Fuck
Seventh
the
Heaven.
dad though.
Oh man, bro, I'm really. Bro,
I'm gonna give
crying.
it a 2.
Oh
you're
my
nice.
gosh,
You're
bro.
nice and generous.
Oh fuck, bro.
I'm
I
giving
almost pissed on myself.
A lot of that is you for you leaning in.
I'm going 3.
3.
Yeah.
It's like pretty
Went for it,
consequential.
man.
It's just like them arguing backstage over the match. Like, it's not-
No, I'm using the exact wording you gave me. You don't get to change it afterwards after you're getting fucking mid ratings. You know I'm about to cook your ass. Go ahead, Kenny.
Oh shit, bro. I'm over here, bro. I'm legit over here crying. I'm trying not to piss myself, bro. Like I
Hey,
really
you're
gotta pee so
entertained.
fucking
You're
bad.
entertained, motherfucker.
Yeah, by me making fun of you, not by you.
You were making the same noises when I was speaking, motherfucker.
All right, yeah, that was bad dialogue. I'm gonna go 1.25. That's
All right, you're getting the second
but-
set of 50-cent
Oh
pieces from me,
shit. Oh my fucking
I
god,
hated
bro.
that. I wasn't mildly annoyed. I was flat out disgusted.
You gotta use that for everybody now.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to hate. But all right.
Can y'all run an ad or something real quick? I gotta piss so fucking bad.
Yeah, I agree. You run both the ads.
We're about to get to the main event.
Are you tired? Tired of those other energy drinks hitting you with a short burst of jittery energy, followed by a crash that leaves you with less energy than you had before? Well, fear not, because Ray's energy drinks are specifically formulated to get you going without making you jittery and keeps you from crashing. With 0 sugars, 0 calories, and better caffeine than a cup of coffee, Ray's energy drinks are the #1 growing energy drink on the market. With flavors like Baja Lime, Sour Gummy Worm, Guava Mango, and Strawberry Colada, Ray's has some of the best tasting energy drinks available. You can get a case of Ray's right now by going to repsports.com and using promo code T1THREE when you check out to take 15% off of your next order. That's promo code T1THREE for 15% off of your next order of better, tastier energy. Your body and the bodies you're loving deserve nothing but the best. Organic Lovin' is the only adult subscription box that includes eco-friendly body products, from body-safe adult toys to sex-positive books and erotic seminars. Organic Lovin's online store has everything you and your partner or partners could ever need to heat things up, And right now, your friends at T13 Media want to take 10% off of your next order. Just go to organiclovin.com and use promo code T1, THREE, like the sound the bed makes, when you check out. Organic Lovin'. Love organically, purely, deeply, boldly.
All right. Well, we're back. Travis isn't. You can go ahead and start your main event.
All right. So I'm just gonna do the 2 minute. This is a 2 minute bit, and this is just the commentary team discussing the main event. So it's not
For
like
2
standalone.
minutes?
Yeah. I mean, maybe a minute and a half, but I just rounded it up to 2 just to make sure I have enough time for everything. I kind of overestimated all my times to make sure I'm not running over. So Skip says a little bit of controversy surrounding our number 1 contender, and if he can't focus, MJF will beat him. And I say MJF because there's 0% chance that Big Washed John wins tonight. And then Shannon says, "Stop it, Skip. Goat Cena was making Sunday dinner out of MJF before last night. If MJF sticks to his word, the greatest champion ever will have his crowning moment. 17 world championships." And then Skip says, "So Cena couldn't handle 4 men. We've seen him beat 10 men. We've seen him beat 12 men. Entire rosters. If this were the same Cena and MJF weren't special, it would be quick work. Cena is past his prime, and MJF is the best in the world today." And that's just some banter. I'm going to go into the build for the match. They're going to do a video package that lasts about 3 or 4 minutes. It's somewhere in between that range. So it shows about 10 months ago, John Cena makes it to the King of the Ring finals, but actually lost to MJF in the finals. MJF would go on to win the championship. Cena went to the back of the line. Cena grounded for 3 months to work his way back up to the title picture, but injured his PCL in a number 1 contender match with Cody Rhodes to face MJF for the title. 6 months later, after he recovers, 1 month prior to today, and Cena wins a 20-man battle royal, eliminating 10 people to finally get a shot at his 17th world championship. Clipped footage of promos shows MJF saying Cena's legacy was built on the backs of everyone else. These liars and hypocrites didn't cheer for you until you left. They hated you because you're a stooge. If only these kids you visit knew the real John Cena. Was there house rules in the hospital rooms? They hated you, John, because you kissed the ass of the worst people on the planet. Ask Vince McMahon, or better yet, ask the Chinese government. Oh, guess we're censored now. And Cena responds in the clips of the promos in the past, saying that I never turned heel, and I still got heat that you could only dream of. No edgy jokes, no cheap comments, no tweet is ever going to change that. I did your job better than you just by existing. I've beaten guys who are better than you, and you know it. And then the Mean Street Posse and MJF jump him that week. The next time they fought, Cena was ready for him, and he gets the better of all 4 of them. Cena does a triple AA to the Mean Street Posse as MJF runs away. They had a contract signing before New Year's Revolution, and MJF tries to attack John Cena, but John Cena AAs him through the table. And then it shows a recap of their match at New Year's Revolution, just various clips of moves they were doing in the match. And then Cena is about to win, and it shows the Mean Street Posse interfering. And then it shows like audio clips as that's happening of Cena agreeing to tonight's stipulation of if he loses, he'll retire. So they do their entrances. John Cena gets a huge pop from the LA crowd. And the match starts with a stare down with the most fans chanting, "Let's go, Cena!" and a small chant chanting, "MJF!" And then MJF yells at Cena as they're staring down, "Take it all in! It's your last one ever!" And Cena just does a "you can't see me" in response. And MJF goes for a cheap shot. And then Cena starts throwing hands. Cena Irish whips MJF off the ropes and hits a sidewalk slam. He runs the ropes and hits his throwback as MJF gets up. Cena is feeling himself and smiles at the crowd. He goes for a springboard stunner. MJF reverses it into a backstabber, attempts to pin and gets a 1 count. MJF stomps the wrist a few times and then drags Cena up by the arm and then hits an arm wringer flip into the turnbuckle. He goes to the apron and hits a slingshot arm breaker. Cena is writhing in pain in his dominant right arm. MJF knee drops the arm a couple times and then hits a running knee strike to the face. Gets a pin attempt into 2. MJF lifts him, but Cena fights his way up. Goes for a vertical suplex, but has to end up putting him down because the arm hurts too bad. MJF takes advantage and hits a pump handle Samoan drop. Gets another 2 count. MJF stomps on him for a bit. Cena uses the rope to get up. MJF goes to clothesline him out of the ring, but Cena uses his left arm to toss him over to the floor. Cena goes outside and charges up a lightning fist with his left hand and connects. He's using the strength he has left to hoist MJF up, but MJF uses that momentum to push John Cena into the steps. MJF quickly runs into the ring to beat the count. John Cena makes it in at 9. MJF sets up for an Alabama slam, but John Cena reverses into a sunset flip powerbomb, gets a 2 count. Cena hits a 1 shoulder block and then has to shake off the pain in his arm. He does a drop kick off the ropes next. And then when MJF bounces up, Cena does a spin out powerbomb and then takes a knee wrenching his arm in pain from lifting him up before he can attempt a 5-knuckle shuffle where MJF rolls out of the way. When they're both on the ground, MJF slaps Cena in the face, and Cena punches him for a big cheer, and this turns into a boo yay punches until it speeds up and they make their way to their feet. Cena suddenly scoops him up for an AA and hits it, but is too slow to crawl to a pin and gets a 2 count. They work their way up. Cena goes for a swing of a punch, but MJF reverses it into a half Nelson suplex. MJF drags Cena over to the ropes for a heat seeker, but Cena fights his way up. He goes off the ropes and pulls MJF down. So MJF tries to go off the rope, and then Cena pulls down the rope, and MJF goes to the outside. MJF then later hits an Asai moonsault to the outside. MJF clears off the announce table after this and tries to backdrop Cena through it. Cena lands it instead of going through, and then MJF elbows him. He goes for another elbow, but Cena grabs the arm, lifts him up for an AA, and AAs him to the announce table. But after he does this, Shannon Sharp is screaming, "Get him in the ring and pin him, go Cena!" And then Cena attempts to do that, but MJF gets a foot on the bottom rope as they're right next to the rope. Cena is shocked and struggles to his feet. He drags MJF to the middle of the ring and starts to set up for an STF, but as soon as the leg hooks, MJF twists it and trips Cena down. Cena gets up to a knee, but MJF bicycle kicks him in the head. MJF then locks in the salt to the earth, and Cena is stuck in the center of the ring. Every time he starts to get closer to the rope, MJF hoists him and pulls him away. He always gets to his feet, but MJF just leg sweeps him to where he falls on his face. Skip is screaming, "Cena's gonna tap! Cena's gonna give up!" And Shannon's screaming, "Come on, go Cena! Get number 17!" And MJF wrenches harder and harder. Cena screams out in pain. He holds on for another minute as fans try to clap Cena up to his feet, but MJF sweeps him down to his face again. John Cena falls flat, realizing he can't make it to a rope. He can't fight his way up. And John Cena finally taps out. MJF has retired John Cena. Cena is flat on his face while MJF stands over him doing a "you can't see me" before he leaves with his title and walks up the ramp. And do you want me to do the after the match bit, or do you want me to just get ratings now?
Just get ratings now, because I would consider it a separate segment or part.
Okay. All right.
Question: what's the Salt of the Earth again?
It's like a Fujiwara armbar.
Okay. So MJF won.
Yes.
Retires
Can you
Cena.
give me the finish one more time?
Yes. So, do you want to do before the finisher when he locks it in?
Yes. Yeah. Do the
Okay.
whatever the finish is.
So, Cena attempts to set up an STF, but MJF reverses it to what's the trip called? Drop toe hold.
Okay.
And then Cena
How?
goes up.
Oh,
So
never mind.
yeah, he's got MJF's leg. MJF uses his legs to twist to do a drop toe hold.
Okay.
And then Cena gets up to a knee after that, but MJF bicycle kicks him in the head. MJF then locks in the Salt of the Earth. Cena's stuck in the middle of the ring, and every time Cena tries to go for a rope, get up, MJF just pulls him back down to the mat. And this happens for a few minutes until, he finally gets Cena to tap.
Damn, has Cena ever tapped out in his whole career?
Probably not since being a babyface. He might have as a heel.
Yeah, probably when he
I was saying because his whole thing's never give up.
Yeah, probably like before
I like that or don't like that.
Before he turned or became a star.
All right, I need help figuring out what I'm thinking. So y'all go ahead and talk.
I'm gonna give you a 5. I think the right person won, and I actually like the fact that you had Cena give up because eventually, sometimes you do just have to give up. Sometimes it's the end. As Tom Brady.
That's the way you send Cena out. You have to make Cena tap. He has to finally give up. That's the way you have to retire him.
Yeah, and I like him giving it to the future. So I think that's the right way to do it. So yeah, I'm gonna give you a 5.
I'm also giving.
Puts over MJF huge.
I agree. I'm also giving you a 5.
Kenny, let me hear your thought process because I wasn't quite that high in my numbers, and
I wasn't either.
And by the way, that match was 27 minutes.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
It was about 19 spots, so it was still within time.
No, it's not. It's not.
I'm just making sure you know.
Yeah, you went the opposite direction as Kenny. Where Kenny was having fucking 3-minute matches. You're over here having extremely long matches.
Well, this is the only extremely long match.
I'm just telling you, next week I have long matches but I also have a 3-hour special.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you
like
think,
I like I said, I didn't go that high at the 5. I would say I don't know. I'm struggling between a 3.75 and a 4.
Give me that quarter.
A 4. Give the boy a 4.
I don't know. I'll give you a 4. I'll give you a 4. It's not. Take it. I don't know. I just don't. This feud, I just don't really care about. It's not even like nothing towards. It's just I don't really care too much about John Cena retiring. I think, especially like when your creed is never give up, and you give up, it's a character. In my opinion, like you like. I understand that, but it's like you're a symbol now. Not only are you
exactly.
Yeah, I would say it's not just you being like, okay, this is how you want to go out. This is you being a symbol. Like, so if your symbol of hope has given up, what am I hopeful for at this point?
Nothing.
Like,
welcome to America. Welcome to life.
No, it's not about that though. But
well,
but I'm saying though.
Hey, Black George Cena had to give up eventually.
I'm saying okay. So do y'all remember the Dark Knight when they made Two-Face and they said, hey, look, we're gonna make Batman look like the bad guy right now to make this guy look good because we don't want the people to give up hope because he was their White Knight when it came to Two-Face. That's what I feel like this is like in my opinion.
And then Bane said, "Fuck that shit."
I understand. Yeah, I mean, that's my fuck with Bane.
This is that fuck that shit moment.
But I feel like it didn't need that though. This is like,
and also somebody's got to beat MJF eventually. This just makes MJF the obstacle.
Yeah, but I just don't like. In my opinion, I can see him losing via knockout, and it'd be cool, whatever, or getting pinned. But it's like, because I feel like if anything, you want to have him get knocked out, like not have him tap because, like I said, he's the symbol of never give up, and you made him give up. Yeah, in this case, you got to be corny. In this case, you got to be corny.
I vehemently disagree.
I agree.
I'm gonna say this.
I agree with Damone.
I'm gonna give you a 4. I'm gonna give you the extra quarter. I was gonna give you a 3.75. I'm gonna give you a 4 because I'm between because I see both sides of this argument. So I'm gonna give you a 4 and just leave it at that. And I don't want to say anything else about it.
I appreciate it. And Cena's left in the ring, sitting up finally as MJF after walks away. And he's getting kind of endearing, thank you, Cena. Cena sucks. But of course, kind of like the Kurt Angle, you suck, where it's like a loving Cena sucks. And then it just turns into a thank you, Cena. And then with the claps, they starts to get up and the faces of the roster come out to the ramp and lead the crowd in a standing ovation. Cena does one last you can't see me. and he does his like little hand sign to the crowd one last time. He goes out of the ring and he gives his shoes to a kid before he walks away into the sunset. And that is my show.
I hate it so much.
Okay, I liked everything about it until the shoes.
I was really hoping.
Also, he didn't leave his wristbands in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, that would have been what you should have done. And I hate that he gave away. So John Cena is just walking out.
He gave his big ass shoes there.
The kid gave fit.
Hey, basketball players do that shit all the time.
And they're smelly because he just rested a whole
Basketball players do that shit all the time.
This isn't basketball, John.
Oh my god!
I feel like a kid would
really
take
confused.
anything from a fucking wrestler.
If
That
anything,
like
it
John
should have
Cena.
been sweatband. Sweatband should have been the thing you went with.
Yeah.
Not shoes.
I don't know why you went with shoes.
Yeah.
You should. I feel like the jorts would have been a better option.
Don't take that. Don't give your chance to a child.
They're catching a case.
That'd be funny.
Kitty. His balls is out.
He takes his pants off and goes off in sunset.
Hey, that might be the funniest shit Mike ever said.
I'm gonna give you a 3.75 for that.
You
part.
are fucking generous as hell.
I liked everything about it up until the shoes.
I was hoping
And
for
I-
a swerve.
and I do agree with the wristband and everything. I wasn't hoping for it, so if you're gonna say John Cena's gone, John Cena's gone.
No, I kind of wanted John Cena to pull a D Money and say, "I lost, but I'm still here, bitch."
Leonardo
Roman
DiCaprio.
has never won a loser leaves town match, but he's never left town.
It should have been. It should have been a
Still in
Wolf of
town.
Wall Street. I'm not fucking
I'm
leaving.
not leaving. I'm not fucking
I'm not
leaving.
leaving. I'm not fucking leaving.
He claims MJF cheated to stop the steel
shit.
gimmick.
I would have liked. I personally would have liked MJF coming out and just fucking
Ruining
like
it.
Cena's about to leave and then he just fucking welts him with the belt, just bah, and he just
That makes
beats
sense.
his ass. That would have
Dude, I
been
would like-
fucking fantastic.
John
So
Cena does-
I'm at a 3 on that because it's just mid.
I'll take it.
Hold on. You know, I would have liked if John Cena did everything he was going to do, except instead of doing he leaves the wristbands in the middle of the ring, and instead of giving the shoes, he doesn't do that at all. And then as he's walking through, because you said all the baby faces came out, and then he just starts going fucking ape shit, and beating the fuck out of them.
Right? Turn him
And
heel.
then yeah, exactly. He turns
And,
heel. And he's like,
I would've
and basically
given-
tells
the
you,
only-
you go with this.
I would have given you a
point.
0.5 for that.
If you go with the character of like, hey, sometimes you do have to fucking give up. Fuck this. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. You guys, you don't get to tell me what the fuck to do. I never signed a contract saying I was leaving. Haha, bitch, you got tricked.
I don't like that. That
Yeah.
I would
0.5.
hate that. I would hate the
That would have
shit
been.
out
That would have been. That
To
would
get a
have
5
been
from Travis, you must get a
Cena's-
5 from everyone else.
That would have been Cena's. That would have been Cena's thing.
Hey, Cena's thing was fantastic. Shut up.
Mike
That was a
writes for
work
that
of
shit.
Pure genius.
I'm gonna go with a. I don't think this really did anything. This wasn't really like.
It wasn't supposed to change
There
the
was
story.
nothing. There was nothing good about it.
It was just a send off. Honestly, I
then-
should have done that with the match, but it was really
Yeah.
just like an extra part.
You let Damone bully you into getting this a bad score from you. There was nothing good about it, but there was the one bad thing, so I'm gonna give you a 2.
All right. I'm also at a 2, but like I think there was a couple bad things actually. The shoes was wild. Him putting his
Yeah, the
giving
shoes was
the
terrible.
big
I
ass
really
shoes.
don't think that's that weird because, like, after a game of basketball, which is more minutes than that match, might I add, Russell Westbrook's giving his fucking size 15s out to kids. Like, it's not that weird for John Cena to give out his size 10s after a 26-minute match.
All right, hold on, real quick.
Westbrook likes to give things away. So like when
Hit the ball, wasn't
I
turning.
mean, LeBron does that shit. Every player does that. Like, Kevin Durant does that with his fucking hockey puck feet. Like,
Without spoiling anything, if you can't answer, don't answer it. I guess if you can't answer it, if you don't want to answer it, is John Cena actually gone? Are you actually done with
yes,
John
he's
Cena?
gone. He's
Then
gone.
I'm legitimately mad at you. Let's move on.
Ah! Draft him. Mike, just take him.
I'm legitimately
What the fuck's he
happy
gonna do?
with you.
What the fuck's he gonna
I
do?
did a retirement angle,
Make a
and
trade.
he's gone.
He's gonna
He will.
pull-
So I will say this: he's like never gonna wrestle again. He could still like make an appearance in some capacity, but
I'm
he cannot
gonna
wrestle again.
say I was gonna put this right out there. We had a trade lined up and you made it seem like you were going to use him more. So now I'm legitimately upset with you.
Nah, fuck
you
it. He did a retirement angle, and he's sticking with the retirement.
No, he could have just done a
it.
loser leave town.
Hey, Mike, just shoot me a DM with some more trade offers, and we'll work it out.
No, you're not using him. You're not using him. What? He's no value now.
I still value these.
I could trade you gold dust for him. You're not using him. What?
Or
Well,
you
I'm not
can just
gonna
hold
set
on
that.
to him. Just hold on to him and don't use him. I like that better, John.
John,
Waste your talent.
Give him 202 for that.
Okay,
Or petty stipend.
okay, so some other thing I'm getting nitpicky on, because not only is he giving out his big ass shoes to these people.
His size ain't that big. Somebody wears a size 10 somewhere.
I mean, this is a child, but this is
into it.
The child's gonna grow into them.
Also, just put it on your wall. You got the shoes from
from John Cena on the day he fucking retired. Sell them on eBay for $1 million.
Yeah,
you find him and you get his autograph.
So I yeah, I guess. So not only that, I don't like the Cena sucks thing. I don't like that. With now, when you say you compare the Kurt Angle, with the Kurt Angle thing, it was part of the theme song, so it was just like that.
Yeah,
they say that Cena's theme song now too, though.
Yeah, they did the Cena sucks. Yeah.
John Cena sucks.
Oh, I've never heard people do that.
I've heard that.
Did you say you've never heard people do that?
I haven't.
It's been like 6 years.
Yeah,
they've been doing that for a while.
And I haven't heard.
Every time this man comes out,
and every match is a "Let's go Cena sucks" chant.
Oh. I mean, no. Beginning of match, yeah, let's go Cena sucks. That's different.
When he comes out, John Cena sucks.
But he's referring to let's go.
I did thank you, Cena sucks.
Yeah, he is. Thank you. And
I think that would be like a it's how his career panned out. So, like, I feel like that's how
I think it makes
honor
sense.
him.
I didn't like
right.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't like.
They've done it so much, it makes sense.
Right, and then eventually it just goes into a thank you, Cena.
Okay.
All right.
I'll still stick out my school. Well, that was it.
All right. Anything else, John?
That is my show.
BBW.
Okay.
You had 2 people get fired tonight.
What's up?
You had 2 people get fired tonight.
2 people got fired.
Yeah.
Who was the first that got fired?
Jerry Lawler.
Oh, well, he was never signed. He was just a guest. He's got his ass whooped.
So you put a Brock Lesnar from my brand. He just came in there, got his ass whooped and left.
I won't put this out there that this is not the Jerry Lawler that's signed to my brand. This is a
like Jerry Lawler being in WWE and going to Memphis.
I'm gonna be that fan who's like, the guy got his ass beat by 4 girls, the Bronny Racky.
Was this Jerry the Prince Lawler?
Because what he just described is not what we agreed to in the initial.
I literally sent you that story, Travis. You're full of shit.
No, you said that he was never signed. The whole thing was supposed to be he got released from the company. I was going to have him just get a gimmick change when he came to my show. Now you're saying he was a guest from another show. Like, that makes it seem
not a guest from another show. Just that he's a wrestling legend. He's a guest. Not that he's a guest from your company.
You're just in different verses. I think me and Travis are the only 2 that are like in the same verse.
No, Kenny is saying that he's in all of them. He's in the same verses. He's calling us out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We talk shit and everything.
Yeah, me and Timon are definitely in the same universe.
But now I guess I gotta be in fucking 2023 now. I didn't know this.
That's
the other thing. I hate that you put a fucking date on it because
I'm not gonna.
It's not ambiguous.
Well, the only reason I did that is because I looked at next year's calendar and
I know, motherfucker. That's I was using this year's calendar for that fucking reason.
I did too.
I am not using a calendar.
It doesn't impact me. It doesn't impact me at all. So
it is what it is. Like, my characters are the characters I have inside there. Regardless,
I mean, I did it for my covers for my shows.
What we doing?
I'm still. It's fantasy. Like, we've always done like different generations and shit too. So you're. I feel like putting a hard date on it.
I agree. Yeah, fuck that.
Well, just get rid of the year then. Just imagine I never said that.
Well,
Clip
you
it.
did. We can't.
Clip it.
You
Clip
did.
it.
I'm not doing that.
All right.
Anyway, let's keep going.
So we're gonna go ahead and I guess get to plugs. That's the only thing we've got now, right?
Yep.
Bad guy.
You can go to the Bad Guy Spoken Podcast on YouTube and you can see the Bag of Spoken podcast. You can see the football podcast, Unbiased. You can see Brandon's my little brother Brandon. He has album reviews on there. You can check us out playing video games on Bad Guy Versus, where I play with the cast, the Bad Guy, and you can just catch me playing video games in general on there as well. So yeah, definitely go check that channel out. And yeah, and Bad Guy Spoken on all social media.
Lil Fudge.
He left out a little fudge, but he did that shit too.
That's how Travis treated your show.
I don't think. Okay, here's the thing. I'm calling it now. Kenny rated that show lower than I did.
Probably, yeah.
He's still mad at me for all them short match jokes
I
that
think
made
Damone-
you make.
No, it's not even
Damone-
that. It's just.
I think Damone rated it the highest.
I definitely did.
No. Damone did. Damone was generous as fuck. I'm doing the ratings now.
I liked it overall. Overall, I liked it.
Anyway, follow me on all social media at I am Travy T. That's at IAMTRAVVYT on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagrams.
Damone.
I be tweeting and TikTok, and you already know this, so follow me on both at Damoney T13, DAMONEY T13.
You can find me on Twitter, hi-fi_Mike. Find me on TikTok, hi-fi Mike. There's no underscore. You can find all the shows on the T13 Media Network on our website at T13media.com. That's the letter T, the number 1, 3 spelled out, media.com.
You pulled a Jim Carrey. You said, let me say something about that.
I ran out of breath. I'm trying to get it all done in one breath and realized
Gimmick infringement.
I forgot to get it all out in that breath after I let it go.
Yeah.
And that explains the abrasion on his palm.
Stop stealing my gimmick.
Next week, who do we have going?
It's
next
me.
week?
Next week
we have Damone.
Next week we are toxic.
Ooh,
You're toxic
like
every
that.
week. That's
Thank
fine.
you.
We are.
Can't wait. I
All
ride
right.
for Damone.
All right, we're out of here. See ya.
Bye.
I don't like that. I just said it wrong. Let's book it. See ya.
Bye.